The Fir Tree.
Once upon a time, there was a small fir tree in a green forest. The sun shone on it every day. Birds sang in its branches, and soft wind moved its needles. Around it grew many trees, tall, old, and strong trees. But the little fir tree was not happy. One bright morning, a little rabbit was running in the forest. It jumped easily over the fir tree. "Ha! You are so small," the rabbit seemed to say. The little tree felt sad and unhappy. "I'm too small," said the fir tree. "I want to be tall. When I am tall, the birds will build nests in my branches. I want to be big and important." The other trees said, "Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the forest. Your time will come." But the fir tree didn't listen. It always thought about the future. Winter came. Snow covered the forest. The fir tree felt cold and lonely. Men walked through the forest with axes. They cut down big trees and carried them away. "Where do they go?" asked the fir tree. "They go to warm houses," said the birds. "They become Christmas trees." The fir tree began to dream. "I want that life," it said. "I don't want to stay here." Time passed. Spring came, summer came. The fir tree grew taller and stronger. One day, the same rabbit ran through the forest again. This time, the rabbit couldn't jump over the fir tree. It had to run around it. The fir tree noticed this, but it was still not happy. It always waited for something better. One day, the men came again. "This fir tree is just right," one man said. They cut down the fir tree. The fir tree felt fear and pain. As it fell, it thought of the sun and the birds. But it was too late. The tree was taken to a nice warm house. People put it in a large room and decorated it for Christmas. There were candies, lights, apples, and toys. Candles were placed all around it. In the evening, the candles were lit. The room glowed with light. Children ran in, clapping their hands and laughing with joy. They danced around the tree and sang songs. They found gifts under its branches. The fir tree felt proud. The candles burned brightly, but they also burned the tree's branches. Still, the fir tree didn't care. It only wanted the moment to last. "This is what I wanted," it thought. "Now I am happy." But the next day, Christmas was over. People took away the decorations and carried the fir tree up to a dark attic. It was a cold and quiet place. The fir tree felt lonely. Soon, mice came into the attic. They ran around the tree and looked at it. "Tell us a story," said the mice. The fir tree was happy to have listeners. It told them about Christmas, the lights, the children, the gifts, and the songs. The mice listened quietly. When the story ended, they asked, "Is that all?" "Yes," said the fir tree. The mice were not impressed by the tree's story. They wanted to hear about food. So they quickly ran away. The fir tree felt very sad. It understood that the happy moment was already gone, and the story could not bring it back. Days passed. The fir tree remembered the forest. I was happy then, it thought. But I didn't know it. One day, people came again. They took the fir tree out of the attic and threw it into a yard. Now it was dry and yellow. Children played nearby, but they didn't look at it. They had new toys and joys. Later, the fir tree was cut into pieces and burned in the fire. As it burned, it thought about the forest one last time. It remembered the sun, the birds, and the quiet forest. At last, it understood the truth. If you wait for the future, you may lose the happiness of the present. I had happiness, the fir tree thought. But I was always waiting for something else. Soon, there was only ash.
What's this?
A candle.
What's this?
A nest.
What's this?
Candies.
Who's this?
A woodcutter.
What's this?
An attic.